MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome to the Big Small Business Show, the show for all our fantastic entrepreneurs out there who are making a life, a living, a legacy. Today in studio, we have Dr. Ahsley Naidoo. He is the founder and CEO of BiomeRenew. The question really is how to scale by keeping and still keep your culture. Let's take a look.
My name is Ahsley Naidoo. I'm an orthopedic surgeon, founder of BiomeRenew and CEO of NatMed Solutions. We started our journey as a brand creating products to help with surgical scars for patients in our rooms. It came from a place where there was a group of surgeons, dermatologists, occupational therapists, and scientists that were looking for something affordable and effective for our patients to utilize. We had no idea at that moment in time when we created BiomeRenew the appeal it would have to the greater market and the dermatological conditions it could be used with. So BiomeRenew is a very interesting product. It's a product that's based on postbiotics. Postbiotics are the degradation products that bacteria make on your skin. Your skin has good and bad bacteria that are there for certain reasons in life, you know, the yin and yang situation, and the good, useful products that are created on your skin improve your immunity, help you to age better and heal better when it comes to insults that happen to the skin. Now, BiomeRenew was created to be appealing to everyone, from child to adult, from man to woman. It's fragrance-free, it's paraben and sulfate-free, it's free of a lot of irritants in the skin itself. And it's there to help create a useful product to restore the skin barrier. We developed it by working around a specific science on the microbiome itself in an aim to create something for South African problems, utilizing obviously our experience as clinicians, as well as our experience with looking at skin problems in a wide variety of patients that have presented to our practices specifically, and our data through use of our AI analyzer as well. We initially created it on the premise of becoming busier as clinicians. You know, we thought it was helping our patients, makes us more popular with patients. We formalized it into a business more on the premise that obviously demand went up at our practices for the products with patients, and we took steps to obviously enrich ourselves from a business learnership type environment. It took a lot of reading, courses, a lot of exposure to other individuals in business itself to help shape that ideology. We then joined Clicks in the supplier development or supply and enterprise development program that was about 12 months ago. So currently it's a supply development type deal that helps us to scale as a business in a way. We get preferential terms in terms of trading. We get assistance from them in terms of trying to improve ourselves in terms of retail readiness, developing us into being able to work with things like distribution, packaging, and marketing as well. Obviously, it's for a limited period, and there will come a time where we will scale to more pharmacies and so on. And for us right now, it was about following the channel to learn as much as we possibly can. I'd say the biggest challenge is obviously, like, as a control freak, as a surgeon, I've got to say it's obviously allowing people in. It's about growing as a brand, and I think human scaling is going to be the biggest thing I've got to look at. But my biggest worry is obviously when we scale people fast, do we lose the essence of who we are in this? And I think to me that's the biggest concern I have, is obviously trying to appropriate a culture inside this business so that everybody is on the same page all the time. I think the biggest question I have is obviously how to effectively scale human resources so that we retain the culture of what was our brand story, our brand appeal. I think knowing from an industry expert how to maintain culture over time in a business. I keep using the word culture because I mean, we all know this, the culture eats strategy for breakfast phrase, and I seem to live by this. I do feel that a brand is a brand is a brand. Everything has to be on brand, and everyone has to be on brand at all times.
Welcome, Ahsley, to the Big Small Business Show.
Thanks for having me.
Right, so we're talking about growth. Let's just try and understand how many staff you have right now, and how have you grown over the last 12 months?
So we started as a very small company, founded by three directors at the time, and we've got 3 full-time staff, and we've now got 2 part-time staff. But most of it happened in the last 12 months, largely because of our extension and reach into retail.
So let me try and understand that. There were 3 of you plus 3 plus 2.
Yeah.
So it's 6 full-time now. Is that right?
Correct.
And 2 part-time.
Yeah.
So from 3 to 8 in the last year.
It happened quickly. Yeah.
It happened quickly, and in that time that it's grown, I'm trying to understand the question, which is around keeping the culture. Why is that the question? Because 8, there's still a lot of Ahsley around to spread around with 8 people. What's prompted the concern around culture?
I think my concern was about the need to scale from a small company that started in a medical practice to something available around the country. It requires an enormous amount of work. A lot of commitment had to come out from various people. And I felt it myself personally as a surgeon that I had to allocate a lot more time towards this for it to go to the right places and to do the right things. And that started to happen over the last 2 years. And I felt that with investorship and with more minds at the table and more ways to get out into the market itself, I somehow felt along the way that I was losing some part of what I held dear in the company.
And what is that? What do you hold dear?
I want to keep it at an affordable level. I want to keep it at an approachable level. I want to still be the clinician at the table and help people. And I feel that it's something that dilutes as we dilute.
So you're in a quandary, because if I ask you the question, where do you think you'll be in the next 12 months and 24 months? How would you answer? From 8 people to what?
I'd like to be 3 times that, to be honest, but I'd like to do it in a way that keeps the essence of me attached to it somehow. It requires a lot of different skill sets to come in that you may not necessarily have as a surgeon at the helm. And I'm okay with the idea of bringing in more minds to help shape it. But in a 12-month period, a lot has happened to this little company, and to be at the level where it is, that it got the opportunities that it got, it asked a lot of me to learn and to do, which I was comfortable doing, but I realized that human capital is more important than capital today to me, for us to be able to grow.
Okay, we're going to take a break now. When we come back, more questions for Dr. Ahsley Naidoo of BiomeRenew. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub, link to business success.